Param pam 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 param pam 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 pam. Mari berlayar.
Good morning, Wati.
Good morning.
Today is Friday, 19 November. It's our last day.
Yeah. The boat goes back today.
Yeah, we have to go back to Marina this afternoon.
We might be able to get some sailing in before we get back. Or we'll just sit here and relax all day. It's
Maybe we
pretty
can
nice.
swim, finally.
Yeah. Maybe we could do all that.
Our last breakfast at the anchorage. And we have remaining of food that we have.
Yeah.
Leftovers.
Last two eggs.
Last 2 eggs and
Leftover spaghetti.
leftover spaghetti. And leftover butter. Is it good?
Of course. Eggs are always good.
And what do you...
Soy milk.
Soy milk. So fancy.
That's all we have. You want me to come rescue you?
Not yet. It's a good exercise.
So you just want to hang out here until we gotta go, huh? You don't want to sail today.
Well, now I got my swim. Got one check. One itinerary check. Sure you don't want to swim?
No, I got my swim.
More.
You ready for your spa treatment?
This is some food.
The Mediterranean spa treatment.
Oh my goodness.
After a week of sailing, all the salt gets embedded into your hair.
Oh,
You really need to.
this spa in the Mediterranean. Oh my goodness.
I'll be your stylist today. Montio. Can you turn the spigot off for me?
Wahati. Soaking up the sun. Finally, we got...
Last day.
Yeah.
Hours before we turn the boat in.
It's always like that. The last day we have the real sailing experience. I don't know. We had some sailing experiences.
Oh yeah, we had some sailing ones.
But yeah, this is the Mediterranean that we wanted,
Yeah,
with sun.
I think we got what we wanted out of this trip. I say overall it was a better experience than going to the Netherlands.
Oh, for sure. Are you kidding? Yeah, for sure. No drama.
Did we swim at all? Yeah, we got in the water a little while. I definitely swam a lot. Trying to
Yeah.
do the foul prop,
Yeah. You swam in the cold.
but it wasn't very enjoyable. It
No.
was work.
No, this is more pleasant. Now we're just hanging out, enjoying the sun.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we're leaving the last anchorage.
best anchorage. Look at our new neighbors.
Yeah. Boats come and go. Yeah, we're sailing again.
Okay.
From the last moment. Only with mainsail, but
Yeah, we're gonna put the jib out now.
oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Let's do this.
All right, we're sailing. What's our speed?
Not much. Let me get back on a beam here and see. Got 10 knots of wind.
And our speed?
3.
3.
Which,
Odd.
it's not what I expected out of this boat.
Yeah.
We got full sail. We're between a close reach and a beam reach. Seems like we should be faster though.
I know. Should be healing by that. But yeah, it's like around 2 or 3 hours before we have to hand this back. Well, we still stay in the boat because our flight is tomorrow morning, but we cannot go anywhere after 3 o'clock.
It's a pretty boat. Ready to tack?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. Get my windshield. Hold on, I'll lose this first, right?
If you want to pull it by hand, just tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Tacking.
Enough?
Yep. Perfect.
The other point of the way
Oh, we're just getting out as far a wind as possible.
before we
You see the zigzag we're making? Until we run out of time. Where to tack?
Ready?
Tacking.
Good?
Yep. No, suck it in more.
Good? No?
Alright, yeah, good. Alright, we're getting right towards the entrance.
Oh my. Let's go. Careful with that.
Yeah, I see it. It's coming out at a pretty good speed. We're heading right towards the cathedral. That's one marker. That's right where the entrance is. Alright, baby. My Buhatti's sailing now. 5 minutes before we have to head in. How's it make you feel?
I don't know.
How does it feel to be a world champion?
World champion in what?
We're getting this boat to move.
Well, at least we're moving.
And this is the way it happened in the Netherlands. Like the last few hours we had our best sailing.
Yeah.
But here the weather's a lot nicer. Last few hours in the Netherlands, it was rainy and crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cold and rainy.
At least we have a nice day.
Osty's taking us right towards the cathedral because that's where the entrance. Full sails. Finally. What's our speed?
5.2.
5.2. That's the best we've done today.
From 10 knots of wind.
And we're going to pack the sails up in about 5 minutes and motor on in. Sad emoji.
Ya, jadi kami sudah kembali ke marina tempat kami mulai di Marina La Lonja. Cuacanya cantik sekali, sayang ini sudah berakhir. Kenapa ini? Nasib kami ini selalu begini saat berlayar. Cuacanya hujan, angin nggak karu-karuan. Ya, angin sih memang kami perlu angin ya untuk berlayar, tapi ya tidak pernah cerah, hujan menyebalkan. Dan sekarang lihat nih cerah, tapi kami sudah harus kembali ke marina dan mereka akan memeriksa keadaan kapal dalam 10 menit dari sekarang. Good morning. Today is 20 of November 2021 and soon we're gonna go to airport to catch our flight back to Germany. So buah hati. What do you think about this trip?
It's good.
It was way better than the Netherlands, I would say. No,
The wind wasn't as good.
no drama, no tragedy.
no tragedies. But the wind wasn't as good. It was light winds all week, and well, we had a few days that had some decent winds, but the weather was bad. It was a weird cycle of wind out of the north, so coming off the Alps. So for the last 2 weeks, it was already cold and choppy before we got here. Days were cloudy, but you can't control the weather.
Yeah.
It's like
But
you roll the dice.
as usual, the last day is always the nicest one.
Yeah, we had a really good day the last day. It seems like every time we have to get somewhere back to the marina that we started, we have a really good day. Because in the Netherlands, we had to push into the wind and tack into the wind all day to get back to Lelystad.
I don't know.
And then this time we had to tack down the bay or up the bay to get to Palma. And that was our best sailing day, actually.
Yeah. And we swam before, so it was nice.
Yeah. The charter company was really easy to work with. We got back, they helped us dock, and they did a really thorough check of the boat, pulled out the sails, everything, and then they gave us our deposit money back right then. So that's good. We went through Globe Sailor to book the yacht, which I think I wouldn't recommend. Basically, all they did was called Latitude Cerro and booked it, and then we also...
It's like a portal where you can see different charter companies. So yeah, it's convenient and it's easier because you can see a lot of options. But then of course they have fee for that. So
I don't think it was a whole lot cheaper, but it was just money for them. And all they did was really found this right size boat for the right dates, and then I bought supplemental insurance through them, but they never sent me documentation, so I don't know if I had supplemental insurance or not. We didn't need it, so it didn't matter, but it would have been a lot more reassurance if we would have had some kind of proof saying we had supplemental insurance beforehand. That's the whole idea. So I don't know, they might have just got, it was like €85, so they might have just got an extra €85 for nothing.
Being a middleman.
Yeah, so I think it ultimately would be better just to do your own research and find a charter company you like and call them up and find out what's available. That's what we'll do next time if we come down. We'll just call Sarah Latitude and
Latitude Cerro.
Latitude Sarah, whatever. That's it.
Okay. So what do you like the most of this trip?
The company. Thanks, James and Sarah.
So only first day you like it. The rest is a nightmare for you?
No, it was good. It was good. The boat was okay. I think 36 feet would be big enough, like I said earlier. If it was just rearranged with a 2-cabin version or something, I think it would be big enough to use as a liveaboard. But I don't like the production boats. We didn't really get into any rough weather, but there's a few times we had oncoming waves and the bed and toe really pounded. Like when it pounds into the waves, you think something's got to break and rattle loose. It's crazy. But you know, the way Big Tawny Sea's shaped, it cuts through the waves. But this thing, man, and it was just a little wave too, maybe 3 feet, maybe tops. Bam.
Yeah.
But the furling sails are really nice. I think in-mast furling is really awesome for keeping you safe, because it's no big deal to reef in some of your main. Where on Big Tawny Sea you got to go forward and you got to drop the sail to a reef point and rehoist it, and it's like a pain in the ass. And then after the gusty weather goes, you got to rehoist it to increase sail again. So it's like you're always slow to reef, and you're slow to put it back up, just because it's such a burden. But like on a boat like this, it's like it's so easy to put some sail in, or take some sail in, or put some sail out, that you can play with it really easy. So I think it ultimately keeps people safer. That being said, I think a full sail like Big Tawny Sea, you get better sail shape and everything. And we never got this boat up to the speeds that we did. And it was a lot due to the light winds we had, but it's like I thought this more modern shape of a boat would go a lot faster with the wind speed that we had. Like, I think when the very last day we got it up to 5.6, and I think maybe we hit 6 knots at some point, but it was like, I don't know, I thought we could have done a lot better on this boat. But
Don't forget the windlass. We like the windlass.
yeah, the windlass is awesome, and it had a dual windlass too, so we had two windlass controllers up there as a backup, and you could put a winch handle in it and do it manual if you had to. But it was really nice too, because you have seagrass here, so if you drop the anchor on seagrass, it might not hold, so it's really easy to pull it back up. And it was like a 60-pound anchor too, Delta, like, because they have deep water here. They only have like a little sliver of shallow anchorable area along the shore, and if you found yourself on a lee shore and your anchor was dragging, you wouldn't have any time before you was on the rocks. So I guess that's why they went really heavy on the anchor, and it was all chain rode, so good on them. And it had like 50 meters of chain rode too, so that's one thing I liked. But you couldn't haul it. I mean, I guess you could if you was a gorilla, but hauling up a all chain road with a 60-pound anchor by hand would be a nightmare, or a workout.
Nightmare if we had same situation like in the Netherlands.
Yeah, and we learned our lesson about not having a windlass in the Netherlands, that's for sure. I don't know what else. I like the dual chart plotter. They have a chart plotter at the helm, and then you have a chart plotter in the nav station that you can see from the pilot berth or from the cabin. So it was easy to sit. You could leave the navigation on and sit here, and you could see your little swing at the anchor, and then that gives you an indicator of whether you're dragging or not, and so you're not constantly worried about it. You don't feel like you have to go up every 20 minutes and look around and make sure you're not dragging. It's just another tool, but I like that.
All right. What what didn't you like? Anything?
I think we already talked about it with the pounding, and I don't think the production boat things is. We're still going to go with another blue water boat. We still have 3 years and 5 months till I retire, so we're going to stick with our plan and keep on saving up the sailing kitty in the boat fund. And we're doing pretty good in that respect. And keep on doing our research by chartering more. I don't know of any place to charter blue water boats though, so.
Yeah.
But if we do 2 charters a year, we got 3.5 years left. We can get 7 more charters in before we actually retire and start sailing. So we got plenty of time to do more research.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like that we have to fly here. That we can only carry limited stuff, and also we cannot bring back things that we bought from here, like soy milk, butter. There's still plenty.
Yeah, flying's kind of a pain.
Especially we flew so-called budget airlines, which maybe it's not so budget, because then they charge you for every items, like for the seats, for the baggage, for, yeah, so maybe if we have to fly, we will fly normal, then we know we can bring some stuff.
Yeah. If we came back to Palma, they have a ferry, and we can make that part of the trip. You know, we could do a road trip on the front end and a road trip on the back end with a ferry trip in the middle. I mean, it might actually work out. I mean, we have to research that, but because then you'd have your car here, so we wouldn't need to get a taxi. We wouldn't have to pay for parking. I mean, we'd have to do a cost estimate, but
we will need like 2 weeks of leave.
But if you make the road trip part of the plan, you can enjoy that too. So I don't know. Maybe that's a better way to go. Or we just rent a boat from the mainland. So, well, we got a few more years in Europe to think about it. We'll see where the next adventure takes us.
Okay. Anything else you want to say? Okay, that's it for our adventure this time. So see you in our next adventure.